In today's digital age, multimedia plays a powerful role in how we learn. But how do we make sure educational materials are effective, not overwhelming? That's where Richard Mayer's 12 Principles of Multimedia Design come in. In this video, we'll break them down into three main categories to help create better learning experiences. Let's begin with the first category, reducing extraneous processing. These 5 principles help eliminate unnecessary mental effort caused by poorly designed materials. Coherence Principle. This principle states that we must remove any content that doesn't directly support learning. This includes background music, decorative images, or excessive explanations that may distract learners. Example: a teacher uses only key points and visuals to explain the geological timeline, no funky music or glittery transitions. The result: better focus and better learning. Next, we have Signaling Principle. Use cues such as arrows, bold text, or highlights to draw attention to key information and guide learners through the content. Example: in a video about cells, arrows point to each organelle while the narrator describes it, guiding the viewer's attention. Next is Redundancy Principle. This principle suggests that we must avoid presenting the same information in both text and speech at the same time. Instead, pair visuals with narration to reduce cognitive load. Take this for example. Instead of reading slides word for word, an instructor uses visuals and explains them through voiceover. Now, let's talk about Spatial Contiguity Principle. Place related text and images close together. This helps learners to connect the information without unnecessary searching. Example: in a module about computer hardware, the names of components are placed directly beside each image, not listed separately. The last principle in this section is the Temporal Contiguity Principle. This states that we must present visuals and narration simultaneously. Learners retain information better when they don't have to remember one element while waiting for the next. Example: a makeup tutorial explains each step while demonstrating it on screen, not showing the video first then narrating later. Now, let's move on to the next section. These next 3 principles help manage essential processing. Essential processing is the cognitive effort needed to hold and grasp important information in working memory during learning. Now, let's talk about Segmenting Principle. This principle suggests that we must break the content into manageable sections and allow learners to proceed at their own pace. This prevents information overload. Example: a website on human evolution divides the timeline into sections, with next and back buttons so learners can explore at their own speed. Next, Pre-training Principle. Introduce important terms, concepts, and vocabulary before the main lesson. A short preview improves understanding when the main material is presented. Take this for example. Before teaching energy systems, an instructor starts with a short activity introducing terms like aerobic, anaerobic, and adenosine triphosphate with their definitions. Lastly, we have the Modality Principle. This principle suggests that we must use spoken narration rather than on-screen text when pairing with visuals. This allows learners to use both visual and auditory channels effectively. Example: a physics teacher explains thermodynamics while animations play, using narration instead of flashing text on the screen. Finally, we are now at the third section. These 4 principles support generative processing, which is about helping learners make sense of the material and connect it with what they already know. First on the list is the Multimedia Principle. Use both words and images instead of words alone. This dual-channel approach leads to deeper understanding. Example: An online science lesson uses diagram alongside spoken explanations to explain how photosynthesis works. Now we have personalization principle. Use a conversational tone rather than formal or robotic language. Speaking directly to the learner encourages engagement and motivation. Take this for example. Instead of saying, learners are required to understand the module contents, say, you'll go through this module and answer a few questions to check your understanding. Now we have the voice principle. This principle suggests that we must use a human voice rather than an artificial or synthesized one. Natural speech helps learners feel more connected to the material. Example, an instructor records their own voice for a lesson video, creating a more natural, relatable learning experience. Lastly, we have the image principle. According to Richard Mayer, showing the speaker's face isn't necessary for learning. Focus instead on meaningful visuals that reinforce the content. Take this for example. In YouTube channels like the Organic Chemistry Tutor, we can never see the speaker. The screen focuses on diagrams and problems instead, keeping attention to the content. Now, it's time to check your understanding. Take this short quiz on the 12 Principles of Multimedia Design. You can try as many times as you like until you're happy with your score. Links will be available in the description box. That concludes our discussion for the 12 Principles of Multimedia Design. Whether you're creating a class presentation, a video lesson, or a digital module, applying these principles can make learning more effective, focused, and engaging.